I don't know how you keep walking in and hitting me.
You had Paperboy 2 here. It's got kind of a beat up label on it. It's got spider eggs in it. It's got it marked for $5. Would you take $1 for that?
Don't look just for wrestling or nothing like that.
I was gonna buy these other games here too.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah. We got
You want me to leave this out for you, by the way?
I can do it at home.
Okay. I don't want you to get home and you have it taken.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's see.
Anything else?
16, 15.
I was trying to find out part of the extra part.
No, we only do game board. Sorry. I'll let it ring up.
Sure. There we go. What's up, troublemaker? Yeah.
I don't see how people carry 1911s.
Kind of heavy, huh?
Heavy, they hook on everything, they're freaking huge. Getting in and out of the car was a pain.
I bet.
I'll stick with my 36.
Yeah.
This is a discount. No.
I felt fine. Felt fine.
You a try dog? It's over 10.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out my channel. Here we are with pickups part of my video. Really appreciate you tuning in. We did the video before this. We did a parody to the Game Chasers for trying to win a competition, the 50,000K contest that they're doing. And a lot of the pickups that we did in the video were real. The games that we actually were buying from people. The first clip that you seen in that video was from my aunt's house, and I bought two pretty decent sized boxes, so I'm not going to go through everything. I'll just kind of tell you what I got. Got a PS2, a PS1, N64, a Super Nintendo, and a Sega Genesis Model 1, and a non-working Wii. I got games for all of them except for PlayStation 1 and the Wii. and most of the games I got was for the Sega Genesis. Some Sonics, some racing games, some I can't remember what the other games were. Not much, but the one game that I did pick out to show y'all that I don't have in my collection is Streets of Rage. It is complete. Not complete. I thought it was not complete, but it is one of my collections. Got tab on it and everything. So she gave me a sweet deal. The other thing I got from her that, you know, I'm just highlighting a couple games. Super Nintendo, I got T2. I think it was a rental. There's 3 of these type rental looking boxes in the lot that I bought from her. I got a few PlayStation 2 games. The one that I wanted to show you, a couple San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, a couple of sports games. But this one here is Worms 3D, and it is complete. And then I picked up a couple other Super Nintendo games from her that I thought was worth showing. The Star Fox and Final Fight. The Final Fight I don't have in my collection. Star Fox I do, so Star Fox will be up for sale or trade. And then I got a N64, the Blue Ice controller. A nice stick on it. I don't think they played it much. And the N64 games I got from her, the only ones that were really, you know, you say wow, I mean, were decent games was Mario Kart and Mario 64. The other games not really, really waste your time showing you those. So yeah, that's what we picked up. You see, if you go back and watch the other video, the parody, you'll see just a clip of that. You see us riding out there to it. So that was that pickup from her. And I did a deal last week at the flea market. Guy came out with a bunch of Atari stuff. I mean, a ton of Atari stuff. And again, I'm just going to highlight some of the games. There was a lot of doubles. I ended up with, I think, 7 systems. I got a couple juniors, a couple plug and plays, the second model, the Atari Flashback 2. I got a 6 switcher and 2 4 switchers. And around 200 games is what I ended up with. And again, I'm just going to highlight some of the ones that I don't see all the time. And these are all going in my collection. Masters of the Universe, The Power of He-Man. Mr. Do. Kool-Aid Man. Robot Tank. Ram It. This is like Breakout, I guess. Megaforce. Most of these are going in my collection. I don't have them, but I do have this one. Moon Patrol. Yar's Revenge. And this was a sweet one to find. The label on it's kind of faded, but I don't care. I got the game. Donkey Kong Jr. And like I said, I got so many other games. I've already put a few of them, upgraded my labels. Games that I already had, I upgraded the labels and put the other ones that I had away, because a lot of them were my wife's. And I got these all nice and stacked. Some of these came out of that. Some came out of the lot that I bought the other week. And then went shopping for myself. Yeah, all the rest of it, I think, stuff that some of it you did see on the Game Chasers parody, but you didn't see this. For the Intellivision, I had to look at the system, remember. Intellivision got Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. And then a couple more 2600 games. Bank Heist. And Adventures of Tron. I got those for a couple bucks. And then an Atari theme, I got some more. Commando Raid, and Demons to Diamonds. I believe that's all the Atari games in this video. And then you've seen that I went to a vendor. His store's been in a few of my videos, and I picked up quite a few NES games. And he gave me a deal, and I bought these here to resell. 2 of those, Super Mario 3, and the rest of them are for me. It goes in my collection. Got City. I don't even. Need to take that apart and check it out. City Connection, Total Recall, Magic Darts, Last Ninja, Raid Racer 2, 3D World Runner, Tetris 2, good find. Another one, Werewolf, another one I don't see often. Goonies 2, World Athlete. And everybody thinks when you first look at that, it's like, wait a second. And the Flying Dragon. And then if you watch the parody to the Game Chasers, my wife had picked up a game. We actually did buy it. She said she just had to have it. It was Tetris and Dr. Mario, another game you don't come across too often. That's going in my collection. All these, except for one's going in my collection. Act Racer, that's going in my collection. And Clay Fighter. Super Nintendo, which, if you know games, you know what it is. And Batman Returns, this one's for sale or trade. I got those from that same dealer. And then, got one more thing from him. Got the lime green N64 controller, good stick on it. Gave me a really good deal on that. And then I bought a Sega Genesis game from him. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Actually, finally came across this game, a decent deal, decent price. And the label's not in greatest shape, but I got the game. Always upgrade later. And then I went to another vendor, and more movie themes. 2 more Goonies 2. So I'm going to take the better one out of the ones that I have, and the other one would be for trade or sale. And Ghostbusters 2, that one's going in my collection, don't have that one. But I do now. And then I went outside where another vendor is at that I've dealt with before. It's where the guy I bought if you watch some of my older videos, in one of them I bought a boxed Mario, Super Mario 2, Super Mario 3, complete and boxed. And that same vendor I got Gunsmoke with a Nintendo cover, Pac-Man Tengen, harder one to find in this gray cart. And one that he had there, I was going to pass up on it, but I don't have the game, so I'll upgrade later, is Chip and Dale's. I had this game a while ago, a couple years ago, and I sold it at the flea market. And he gave me a deal. I think it was like $10 for all 3 of those. So I thought that was a pretty decent deal. But the label on it's pretty shot on that one. And then another vendor out there at the flea market. You've seen this, if you watch the parody again. Like I said, most of these we did pick up, for real. I was doing a impression of Jay. And Jay's always wanting to get the cheapest, the game for the cheapest that he can. They had $5 on this game, and I picked it up. The label's all peeled back, and it's got a sticker on the label. And then I looked inside right here, and it's got a spider egg in it. And I already had a couple of these games right here. And I told the kid, would you take $1 for this? And he was sitting there looking at it. If you watch the video, he blew in it and all that, trying to get it out, whatever. He's kind of thinking about it. And I told him I was going to buy these games here, and he said, yeah, I'll take $1 for it. So I got Paperboy 2 on Sega Genesis for $1. Thought it was a pretty good deal. I just put a little glue on the label there to help it lay down better. And then deal yesterday. It's the only deal that I really did yesterday. One of the other vendors had some more NES games that I was interested in, and he was interested in some of the GameCube games that I had. So when I was getting ready to leave, I just left out the GameCube games, went down to his table. He asked me what games I was interested in, so I showed him, and he went ahead and made the deal. I traded for these 3 games. I traded Mario Sunshine on the GameCube. I got Double Dragon 3. The label on the top's missing, but again, upgrade later. Silver Surfer, game you don't see often. That's why I pick these games up. You just don't see them that often anymore, and the prices are going up a little bit. And this one here, I did have this game a while ago too, and I sold it, but the label wasn't nearly as good as this one. And it's DuckTales. So hopefully, if we win the competition on the Game Chasers, we'll have the second one to go with this here, go in my collection. So that brings us up to, on my NES games, around 230, I believe, somewhere close to that. So, and I have only been collecting less than a year. I thought that's pretty good. And I'm still selling, so I don't keep everything. Keeping the games I think I would play. I said I haven't collected sports games, but I do have a few sports games in my collection, the baseballs. So I believe that's it, guys. Thanks for watching my video, and thumbs up if you like this video. Please thumbs it up, and please leave a comment, and just keep on watching and see what I pick up in a week or two. So yeah, check you on out at hopefully Retropalooza. You check that out. It's a Game Chasers convention out in Texas. So thanks for watching, guys.